So earlier today, Josh tweeted saying that the guy who made that movie review of Cuties. If you're not familiar what Cuties is about, it's a French film about a young dance troupe of girls wearing very skimpy outfits, and basically they're brought together with the power of twerking, which is, it's a pedophile's wet dream, basically, literally. By the way, disclaimer. I'm going to be cracking jokes, and these are just my opinions. These are not accusations. These are just my opinions. Because of the legality of 2021. Let me start off. I can laugh at a joke. Like I've mentioned this before with Katie and the whole Yorkie bar thing. Jokes are there to be a coping mechanism, something that helps people deal with a hard to talk about subject. And we've all done it. We make jokes about the very hardest of things to joke about. Look at how pop culture takes the piss out of the Catholic Church and the priests. They shit on them for being child molesters for years. Yeah, but we know that it's a problem. But anyway, that's not where it started. Where it started was the second tweet that he did. He tweeted out, it was actually a response tweet to Vito. Now, I'll be honest, I've never heard of this guy before. He's got a very respectful number of subscribers. I think he's done well for himself to get as far as he has done to the point that he is in now. So Vito, I don't know who he is, never heard of him before, but he responded to his tweet saying, "Did you watch the video?" And he tweets a picture with his response of the guy wearing an LGBT t-shirt with the P written on in black marker pen, alluding to the whole idea that pedophiles are trying to use the LGBT moniker to push their agenda of normalizing fucking children. I guess I get the joke. This whole grandiose joke, I understand to a certain degree, but it's like you can make that joke without the video. You can make that joke without having to go into making a music video with this particular subject. But instead of laughing at the stereotype of a pervert, it's this guy who's uploaded a video under his own volition about this film, Cuties, and he's yeah, I really I really don't get, like, he's like, I'm not joking. He's put a target on his back. He's branded himself now because he's brought this out, and no one's not going to talk about it. Imagine if he's courting someone and he's trying to, bed them and wed them and so on. But before you get to the bedding and wedding, you say to him, "Oh yeah, I do YouTube. Oh well, I'll look you up. What's your name? Oh, it's so and so." They look you up and they find this video, and what are they going to say? What are they going to think? So Josh says, "This is a grown man completely shameless singing about child for attention. You're saying this is some sort of epic troll, but it genuinely feels like he's confessing and playing it off as a joke." And after watching the video, it does feel like that. And he says, "I don't care less about the nuances of the video. I see what it is." And I thought, I thought it would be quite funny to tweet. So I tweeted in response to Josh saying asterisk nonces instead of nuances, because I thought that was quite funny. I thought I found that funny. And then I get a response. I get a response from Vito himself, and he actually sent me the link to the video. And bear in mind, I've already watched it by this point. I've already watched the music video. I fucking hated it. I feel like I've wasted 2 minutes and 40 seconds of my life watching it, and I'm angry that I'm never going to get those minutes back. And so yeah, he tweeted me the link to the video. I was a bit confused. I thought, like, what? I literally sat there with my phone thinking, what? So I asked him, I tweeted as a reply. I said, I'm confused as to why you tweeted me a video of a guy shamelessly rapping about child. I'll be honest, I was very confused, and he tweeted back saying, because you should watch it, dude. Why? That was my literal response. I just said, why? Why should I? Why should I watch it? I've already watched it by this point. I didn't tell him I did, but I wanted to. I wanted to know why he thinks I should watch it. So I asked him why, and he says because it's a great song with an important message for our times. What message? Well, if you watch the video, and I'll give you a brief rundown what it is. It's just a guy rapping about the many ways of corrupting the innocence of young children. That's what it is. It's a Eminem wannabe trying to be edgy, but there are just things where it's just like, oh, I replied to this guy saying I failed to see what the important message is, where a guy is rapping about child. I I seriously, I was really struggling to understand what this guy was trying to get at, and he just responded with, "You'll figure it out eventually." Figure what out? What? I really, I could not understand what he was getting at. So I tweeted this. I thought it was quite funny. I thought this guy was. I genuinely thought this guy was trolling. I genuinely thought this guy was trolling. But as the conversation went on, I realised no, this guy is genuine. This guy is honest to God, hand on heart, cross his heart, hope to die, genuine, and that fucking scared me. So I tweeted saying, "Want to explain what the big message is there, bud?" And I used that meme, the woman with the mathematics around her face, looking very confused, because that's what I was. I was literally sitting there thinking of my response to what he said, and that's all I could picture was just me, just like jumping through the hoops in my head, thinking, "What's this big message?" I kind of, like I already said, I kind of get what the music video was trying to get at, but it just didn't hit. And he says, "No, because it ruins the joke. Let's just say your reaction is an important part to it." Can I just ask you guys, comment down below, what does he mean by that? What do you like? I sat there when he tweeted this, and I was dumbfounded because I did not know what he was getting at. He was saying, I felt like I was listening. I was reading a different language. I did not understand what he was getting at. I did not understand what he meant. So I'm sitting there looking at my fucking phone screen like a fucking mong for 20 minutes while the whole world was rushing past me at 500 miles per hour. And inside my head, the synapses between my brain cells were just going nuts, trying to understand what was going on. I really struggled to understand what this fat fuck was trying to say. I seriously just could not understand what the guy was trying to say. This important message ruins the joke if I tell you what it meant. And then to go on to say, let's just say your reaction is an important part to it. What 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 reaction? If it's funny to see a group of people, whether it be online in person, to react the most humane and like the most human and appropriate way to someone saying that they are self confessed pedophile, but I really couldn't understand what he was trying to say. My reaction, let's just say your reaction is an important part to it. How does my reaction, that being of disgust, anger, hatred, aberration for people who partake in that, corrupting the innocence of young and defenseless people, or animals, dare I say. And you guys already know with my video on Kiro, you know how I feel about people who do that. What joke? What joke is there? So it took a while for him to get back to me, because I said, I said to him, and I think I said appropriately, I got to say, it must not be a great joke if you're having to defend this guy rapping about child. And he took a while to respond. I even, coaxed him a little bit. So about an hour goes by, and I said, I'm still waiting on your argument as to why you think this guy rapping about is funny. And I had nothing. I seriously had nothing for a while. Kind of tweet about, shit posted a bit, and I grew curious, and I actually went into his replies and responses, and found that he said, the joke only works because society agrees pedophilia is horrific and it reinforces the idea. I don't think that is the joke. I think you've missed the fucking target there. Like I said, I think it was more the fact that pedophiles are trying to use the LGBT, umbrella or shield or community to hide behind their mother's skirts when people who are outed as or out themselves as pedophiles get in trouble because they think it's the right time for them to come out. So I took that and I tweeted out, this is the big brain joke, and he actually responded. I actually got a response from the guy. What does he say in response to that?
Nope.
Without anything else with it. And it's, you sit there and you see that and you're thinking to yourself, this has to be a fucking troll. He has to be trolling. There's no fucking way. So I said, then what is the joke? What is so funny about a guy? And he just responds with the most pathetic response. Either you get it or you don't, dude. So I just thought, okay, let me just give him a closed question. I need to give him a question where he either chooses A or B. So I said, so do you find the appropriate reaction to someone singing, rapping about this subject matter funny? Or the actual act funny? And he did respond, and he said, do I think actual being a child is funny? No. And I just did not understand it. Like, I'm sitting there. I was spewing out blanks, and I'm doing it now because I don't know what he's getting at. I do not know what he's this fucking joke. What he says in these tweets to me is like scribblings in Arthur Fleck's fucking joke book. Don't get it. And he has the audacity saying, oh, you don't have a sense of humour. Or not just me, but other fucking people out there who say, oh, I don't see this as being funny. This is fucking sick. This is disgusting. How dare you? This is perverse. This is horrid. This is abhorrent to the fucking mind. But he says, oh, you don't get it. You don't get it. Like, fuck me. Don't fuck me. Stay away from me. No means no. Anyway. I got fed up, so I took a screenshot of one of his tweets, and I said, could have fooled me, and I sent that as a response. And because if you don't find the actual act funny, then you shouldn't be making jokes about it if you don't find it funny, because that's just how it works. If you don't find something funny, you don't joke about it. You don't find it funny, you don't talk about it, you don't think it's something that you should joke about. And he responds with this one question. This question, it just came out of nowhere, and it really it actually shocked me, because I'm just thinking, where did this come from? Do you think I actually a child? How do you get from me showing you the fallacies in what you say to, oh, you must think I do it then? No, I don't know if you did. I probably will never know if you did or do, because I don't know who you are. You're some fat fucking neckbeard on YouTube. That's all I know about you. Talking about stuff in pop culture. And by the way, let me get to that fucking point, because if I go onto his YouTube account and you look at the videos that he's done on his YouTube account, he doesn't talk about this, does he? And I don't think he ever will talk about this. Considering he knows people in the industry, but considering he says himself that he has worked in the industry, he understands how it works. If you have a look at his most recent video about it, he understands how media production and film production happen, because he understands certain job roles and responsibilities of those job roles in the industry have. Okay. I really. Vito, just tell me this joke, man. Like, tell me why, so that my viewers don't have to hear this bullshit about you. You know, you look at your videos. Let's look at your videos. You don't talk about how, like, where's cuties? Let's see if we can find cuties on here. Do you talk about it? Do you talk about Mr. Girl? Oh, you don't talk about it. So you don't even talk about cuties. And look, I'm pressing enter. I'm pressing fucking enter while doing this shit. Contains nothing. There's no videos on your channel that says cuties on it. So why are you so quick to defend a guy who does a movie review, a very creepy movie review about 12-year-old girls shaking their asses in front of a camera and saying, "Oh, it's tasteful. Oh, it's so decadent to watch while these 12 these pre-pubescent girls shake their asses in front of the camera to the audience." Look, I'm trying to keep calm. We know pedophilia is bad. We know the effects it can have on the individual. We know how fucking wrong and disgusting the act is. But we have people like Vito here who finds it funny when other people create media about it. Media that can be used to kind of promote these individuals. Just fucking disgusting, man. I'm fucking disgusted. And he has the audacity to go to say to us, the people who are disgusted at this sort of thing, "Oh, you just don't get it, man. You're not in on the joke. Why would you laugh about it?" And I know I've said that comedy is a coping mechanism, but when you, I think it is a coping mechanism to a point, to an extent, where even that it can't do much more than that. And let's take a deeper look at this fucking Vito guy. Let's have a look at what this fucking so to kind of look back. Let's have a look back at let's go back in time a few years ago. This is a couple of years ago, 2019. Funimation, a studio that produces quality anime content and series. We've all watched the Funimation anime series at some point of our lives, excluding the non-weebs out there. And there was a guy called Vic Magnana, and there was a bit of controversy around him. And I think there was 2 allegations. I don't know the outcomes of those allegations. I think he got acquitted. Nick Recator did a stream the internet lawyer, you know, he knows his stuff. He talks about things that he's well versed in. He knows what to say and do or act in a court of law. He knows his stuff. And in his chat on the Vic Mignogna stuff, Vic Mignogna, whatever, I don't know how you say it, but in his chat, you find Vito in his chat, and this is his verified account, by the way. This is actually him on his verified account, because you can see in this screenshot his little check mark. I like to give my phone number to underage fans. Not weird at all. And this was back in 2019. This is like Nick Bates. And if you don't know who Nick Bates is, fucking buckle up, because I'm going to do a video on that bastard. Nick Bates, wow, made tweets alluding to molesting his half-sister, step-sister, tweeted about committing those acts, and it turns out, whoop-de-fucking-do, he actually fucking did. He did commit those fucking acts, was sent to prison for those acts, and I think he's still in there now, as far as I'm aware, for molesting his sister, his younger sister, his underage sister. So when he comes out with this shit, saying, I like to give up my phone number to underage fans, how do I fucking know if he doesn't do it or not? And it's not even that. It's like someone else replied to his tweet talking about how fucking what's her name, Charlotte, gave out her evidence, if you can even call it that. He comments on Nick's stream. I will touch more kids than Vic, all capital letters, in his verified account. What possesses a guy to say that? I'm seriously questioning my own fucking sanity, because I had to read the question. I had to read what he said several fucking times. When my dad died, Max was there for me in a big way. Despite the insane things he says, I know he's a good guy. So you guys can try to cancel him if you want. I'm just not going to abandon my body right now, even if it makes me look bad. Friends are more important than optics. Vito, if you want to jump on that hill and die on it, guns Jamaican, go for it. But don't bitch about it and get into my fucking Twitter and say, I don't fucking get the joke, when I agree with the majority of people that say fucking kids is wrong. All because you bitch and whine about your friend that is you know, frolicking around saying
I'm a literal pedophile.
The most appropriate reaction. Every single person liking this post should be added to the FBI watch list. And I love how the guy who tweeted this atted at the FBI to have a look at this tweet. Pit Lefto said, is he trolling or isn't he? Because if you don't even know his own best friend, your word doesn't mean a lot. And Vito says, I shouldn't respond to this, but I'm dumb. Max was there for me when my dad died in a big way. I wanted to show support for him because during the cancel session, I probably, whatever. I accidentally supported my friend's views on pedophilia. Whoopsie. Yeah, exactly. September 2020. Very fucking recent. So Vito says, are you asking if Max's video is trolling? He's definitely exaggerating for comedic effect. Pit Lefto, exaggerating which part? His love for the film, or the part where he says 11-year-olds in skimpy clothes are hot? And that's a very good question. And Vito says, all of it, honestly. I think he's trying to get a reaction, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not in his head. I think he believes the movie taught a good lesson, but did it in a shitty way using actual kids. I haven't seen the film. The more I learn about it, it sounds exploitative. Max said in his own review that it should have been a documentary and an animation. VO, if you haven't seen the film, watch the film, then give your own opinion about it. So he says after that, and yeah, I got combative because the whole internet was dunking on a guy who I believe to not be the total monster they're claiming he is. It was an instinct and it was stupid. Oh, you said it, not me. If you want to dunk on me, I get it. You guys can cancel him and me if need be. But when my dad died, he was there to help me pull through. He was there more than my own family. So even though he's insane, he's still a friend, fucked in the head, yeah. He did right by me. It's not about dunking on you. This is Pit Lefto. Pit Lefto. It's not about dunking on you. It's about finding out why you both come off so sketchy. Fair question. Vito, well, I'm sketchy because I'm bipolar maniac who forgets to take his meds sometimes and posts a lot of crazy shit he shouldn't. I'm working on that in Professor
Leviosa.
Damn, that's a good light to shed on bipolars. Also, dumb excuse. If I was his dad, like my coffin would be spinning so fucking fast that you could power half of fucking Las Vegas with it. Like, imagine using your dead dad as an excuse. Wow. Wow. I like this guy's viewpoint on this film. I've never seen it before. He's never seen the fucking film before. So who can we say? Yeah, how can we trust this guy's opinion on this one guy that he's never seen the film for? He's just vouching for him. To me, after like kind of assessing, analyzing this whole thing, it just seems like with Vito, it seems like he's trying to protect his friend in a very shitty way. It's just like, Vito, what are you fucking doing, man? Why are you fucking... Why are you... Why are you throwing yourself on that grenade, man? To go over that, I'm just gonna fucking end it here. I don't give a shit anymore. I said my fucking piece and that's it. Because I'm drunk, I'm tired, you know. I've been having to have a conversation with a guy who's defending for his paedophile friend. Oh, but that's a joke, you know. That's a joke. Don't worry, that's a joke. If you don't get the joke, then you don't get it, Vito. But that's the joke, you know. Your friend's a
Pedophile!
but that's the joke. You know, people who are inside on the joke will know what that means. So there you go. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, see ya. Bye.